Good morning, mi gente. It's 9 a.m. I know, gay people and an LGBTQ plus Kiki at 9 in the freaking morning. Whose idea was this? Oh, wait a minute. It was my idea. Yeah, that's why I'm still in bed with my dog. Me? I'm FayWhat? And I'm going to help you get your week started off right. We have lots of fun things to talk about. It's going to be a great week.
Gay boys, hashtag that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too? If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
Presented by Hotspots Magazine, Happening Out Television Network, the FayWhat Show is America's first LGBTQ plus morning show. And I'm broadcasting live and available on demand on your favorite streaming channels. I'm also on demand, baby, anytime you want. It's Monday, August 5th, 2024. Welcome to the FayWhat Show. It's time to kiki about what's going on in the LGBTQ plus community. I have a sidekick joining me in bed for some conversation. What else did you think about? Me and them probably wouldn't know what to do if some things were actually going to happen. We'd be like, you go insert this into this and insert that. Anyway, our first segment is called Gay Boys Sleep Late. And this morning I am joined by my drag queen sister, Prince Trilla. Right? They are known as a drag performer, entertainer, music artist all over. And right now they spread their love all over South Florida and Wilton Manors, Miami, West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale. You see them representing the community like only they can through the art of drag. And remember to follow Prince Trilla on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Prince Trilla. That's 2 eyes in each of the name. Prince, 2 eyes, Trilla, 2 eyes. All right? To find out more about her performances and music. Good morning, Prince Trilla, and welcome to my bed, boo. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing good.
I'm so happy to have you here,
I'm so happy
Mama.
to be here.
God, so I interviewed you in this bed over a year and a half ago.
Yes. Oh my God.
Can you believe that?
It seems that far away. Wow. I cannot believe it at all. It feels like yesterday.
And I remember us talking about, I think you're like, yeah, I've been doing drag for like 2 years. You know?
Right.
Just trying to find my way, don't know, you know. And now, like, oh, you know what's funny? Now that I'm thinking about I'm laughing now because now I'm remembering our interview. So both of us had a loose eyelash that day.
Yes.
That is what happened.
That's what and I'm over here like, yeah. Uh-huh.
And I'm like this, and I keep on trying to put it up, and I'm like, we both have loose eyelashes. Like, what are we gonna do? And we got through the interview. I don't know how, but if you see it, you see her going, okay, let me fix it. Okay, let's just stay on that. And we still made it through.
We still made it through, honey. The lashes are on today.
The lashes are stuck on. We've learned.
Stuck.
We've learned.
We've definitely learned.
You know? But you've done so much in the last year and a half, you know? Like, you're hosting events all throughout. Now you're in West Palm. You're doing karaoke. Like, how does that work? Because you're a singer also.
Yes.
So, like, do people feel intimidated when you, like, sing and then you say, all right, who's next?
So the crazy thing is that what I do, I'm like, I'm not going to start off first.
Okay.
Like how, you know, the normal drag, the host goes.
Yes.
I'm like, let them have fun, get them boozed up and have fun. And then I hit them with, all right, this wouldn't be a drag queen karaoke unless the drag queen sings. So then that's when they're boozed up, they're having a good time, they already sang. So, you know, they're comfortable.
Yes.
And then I hit them with the shebang.
Oh my God, that's a great idea. Because, you know, I have a girlfriend of mine and that bitch could sing, right? So she could blow. She's got an incredible voice. She always has. And for that reason, I never go with her to karaoke. Like when that bitch goes, I don't go. Because when she goes up and tears the place down, you know, like your drunk ass with your like YMCA, you ain't going up there with that, you know? So
what I would say is West Palm Beach, honey. When I go to work to karaoke, it's like I'm going to The Voice. They have some beautiful voices. I kid you not. Majority of everyone, I would say 90% of karaoke is like superstars on the mic. I'm like, oh my God, what did I walk into? I'm like, okay, let me go back in and walk back out because I don't know if I'm an American Idol or what. I mean, they have beautiful voices. So sometimes even I get intimidated. I'm like,
whoa.
Oh God.
Watch out. Well, a lot has happened since you've been in my bed the last time. And I love to watch you grow, and I love to see your relationship with Cutie Liam. And you guys are like the power couple, you know? Like there's out South Florida has nominations for like different things, right? Like best pizza, best restaurant, best LGBTQ hangout, stuff like that. They need to do best couple. And you guys should win that because it's like hashtag power couple. Like it's, how do I explain this? You know when people post about their people and you're like, you're like, bleh, right? When Liam, he'll post something like so sweet towards you, but it won't be bleh. It's just very like representative of your unity and your love.
Yes.
And that's a beautiful thing. You look happy, boo.
I am. Remember that time a year and a half ago, you was like, are you single? And I was like, I'm not looking for a relationship. It is.
I don't want none of that right now.
I don't want none of that right
now. It's
now.
all about me and my career, and I'm trying to get this off, and I don't need that to be, holding me down. Different story. You're
different story. I mean, oh my God, he's such an amazing person. And amazing. Something that I feel like I don't even deserve.
You do.
Myself,
Shut up. Don't say that. Take that back. Take that back. We all deserve that.
We do,
okay?
we do.
And then sometimes we fuck it up because we feel we don't deserve it. So don't do that. You know? And that's on both your ends. And that's on you people at home too. You know when you're feeling good and you're just like, I don't deserve this. And then you go and like do something stupid to like, mess it up because you feel you don't deserve it. Don't do that. There's my life tips from FayWhat.
Don't do that. Yes.
All right, let's talk about what's going on, Kiki, on all the drama that's going on in the world. You ready? All right, let's do this. So first, when you're getting your rocks off, do you take your socks off or prefer going naked from head to toe? Well, Reddit's Ask Gay Men forum is divided into some love sock sex and others want bare feet. In a 2014 Hip Hollywood interview, Kevin Hart admitted he keeps his socks on due to having two ugly ass toes. Similarly, Kate Winslet revealed on the Graham Norton show that Idris Elba asked her to keep her socks on during a sex scene because he loves feet, but didn't like hers, right? So a 2005 study found that 80% of couples reached orgasm with socks on. Question of all time, right here on the FayWhat Show, and I'm asking it to Prince Trilla. Do you wear socks while having sex? Yes or no? What are we all talking about? We talk about the important shit on the FayWhat Show.
We talk about the important shit. You know what? I've never heard this question, but you know what? It is needed. And I don't wear socks.
Okay.
I don't wear socks. And it's crazy because Liam does.
Okay. He keeps his socks on.
He keeps his sock on. And the thing about it is that Liam is like a socks person. He will not put his feet on the floor barefooted.
Okay.
So me, I'm like, listen, I'm always hot. I'm like, I always feet covered in tights and drag and all this. Yeah. I need to breathe sometimes.
When you're on your own time.
When I'm on my own time.
Yeah.
Me, I am very insecure of my feet because I do have drag, pumps, boot feet from dancing and doing all of that.
Oh, yeah.
But, I just take it all off.
Yeah. Well, okay, how about porn? Okay, so like sometimes I'll watch porn. Thank you, Pornhub, for the free porn. We appreciate it. And my OnlyFans subscriptions. Thank you to the 3 OnlyFans subscriptions I have. I love watching two boys have sex. It's not news to you guys. It's how I get off. I like it, right?
Yes.
But I don't like when the guy has the white socks on. Like it kind of like, it kind of like doesn't do it for me. And then if the bottom is dirty.
Oh, God. That be the thing. I don't know if, like, who's ever producing and, like, okay, could you get in bed and then put the socks on? Here goes a fresh pair. Or they walk around, get themselves hard a little bit with the socks on.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what it is.
I think something like that.
I have a slight foot fetish.
Okay.
So I would prefer.
You want to see the side?
Or watching in porn, I want to see the feet.
You want to see the feet?
Yeah, I want to see the
feet. See, but there you go. All right, you got it from our mouths right there. Okay, so the jury's still out. If you like to wear your socks during sex, go on and enjoy it. All depending on what your partner finds sexy, right? And if they don't find it sexy, then just take off the socks. All right. But you know what? Pedicures are for men too.
Yes, they are.
Hashtag. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Pedicures are for men too, and I understand about the feet, Prince. I mean, we put our feet through hell. You more than me, okay? Because you dance. You even hurt yourself dancing last year.
God,
Girl.
Yes. Put my knee through it then. It
Put
wasn't
your
the
knee
feet.
through it. But still, we put our feet into smaller shoes than we should for all day. We dance around, we play and all that, and that does a number. It gives you, some jacked up feet sometimes.
It really does. I was a cheerleader since my sophomore year in high school, and then coming from that, being into now drag, into the high heel instead of the socks and the sneakers. So it's like, definitely. Take care of your feet.
Take care of your feet.
Take care of your feet. Drag queens, definitely. And crater feet.
And there you go.
I feel for you, baby.
I feel for you having crater feet. Go take care of that. Go to a podiatrist or something.
Yes, please.
Get those bunions fixed. I'm just saying. Next, your favorite girl, Megan Thee Stallion, waved the lesbian pride flag during the London leg of her Hot Girl Summer Tour. Performing to a packed O2 arena, she dazzled the crowd with hits like Savage and Body, Yaddy, Yaddy, Yaddy. Megan even took a moment to grab a lesbian pride flag from the audience and dance with it. This fierce LGBTQ ally then launched into her raunchy classic Sex Talk. In 2021, Megan declared it was, quote, about time that rap embraced queer fans and talent following homophobic remarks by DaBaby. Watch this.
That's for me? What? That's for you? From me to you? Because for real, I was really talking to her with the flag. We're gonna see which side don't get the loudest tonight. Boy. You know you need to come give me that dick. He wanna hear from the back of some dick. I like to fuck over when I can flip. Yeah, send me this pussy shit. Hey, right there.
I love Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion is everything. What are we all talking about? My point, Prince, is that, she is selling out tours, having all these people on their feet. She don't gotta grab the lesbian flag and wave it. You know what I mean? She don't have to. Yes, she does.
Yes, she does. And at first, people always say sex appeal. Sex appeal always shows you don't have to do this. And her sex appeal definitely shows. And for her to also do that and represent the community, I love that. And we definitely need that more in hip hop.
Yeah.
So that is very important. And thank you, Megan. Now I might be a stan girl.
I'm just saying, right? Did you see that video when was it her ex-boyfriend shot her up on her feet or whatever?
Oh my God.
That was some crazy.
That story, oh my God.
That was some crazy shit.
That was some crazy shit.
But she got through it, all right?
She did.
Thank you for the representation, all right? Love it. Keep it up with the hot girl summer. Yes. Next, Senator JD Vance. Oh, God, I rarely do political stories on my show because I hate it, but here we go, all right? So, Senator JD Vance, who is named vice presidential candidate for Trump's re-election campaign, recently spoke at the Republican National Convention. However, LGBTQ plus figures like lesbian MSNBC host Rachel Maddow are already criticizing Vance's anti-LGBTQ record. In a recent broadcast, Maddow highlighted Vance's past remarks against Trump, where he called him a total fraud and America's Hitler. She also noted Vance's stance against abortion, even in cases of incest or rape. Maddow isn't holding back in exposing Vance's controversial positions. Rachel Maddow exposes JD Vance. What are we all talking about? I respect Rachel Maddow. I adore her. I love that she is queer and, representing us without even saying so. You know what I mean? She don't got to say, I'm Rachel Maddow, I'm a lesbian. It's not even like that. We just know, we just know. And she does a great job of letting people know what's really happening.
Yes.
Trump has decided to grab this man who has said all these horrible things about Trump in the past, but now he seems to be okay with being his his side, his VP, you know?
And listen, birds of a feather flock together,
Yeah.
I guess. And if that saying isn't true, but that's why we have to go and vote.
Yes.
We have to vote. It's very important, especially being of the LGBTQ community. It's very important. And being of drag queens. That's why RuPaul doesn't say it, you know, which she says it a lot, and she continues to put it out there because it's very important for us drag queens to continue to work in a community where we are supported and where we love, and able to do that, we have to vote.
We have to vote. Are you watching? Did you watch All Stars? Did you watch RuPaul's
So
Drag
I
Race
watched All Stars, and I felt like you know I'm the nonprofit queen. I love my nonprofits.
Yes.
They keep me going. They keep me happy. They keep the community going and thriving.
Yeah.
And I just felt like that was my element. It made it so much fun to see that they're not competing for the money for themselves, but to help the community.
Help another organization.
Oh my God, it was so beautiful to see.
So I loved the last episode when they added a public service announcement at the beginning with Kamala Harris, right?
Yes,
I wished
that
it would.
threw me. I
loved it.
I
loved it. Like, and it was the first time that someone from the White House had been on RuPaul's Drag Race. You know, I wished it would have added a drag queen to that message, but maybe they weren't available. Shit happens. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
That would have been really nice, but also behind the scenes that I've been seeing some of the cast of All Stars, they had took a Instagram video of them at the White House.
Oh, how awesome.
So I'm waiting to see if any footage is going to be posted of that. Maybe a campaign with Kamala coming soon, hopefully, but in the behind the scenes, they all were in the red, white, and blue, and they were like, we're in the White House. So I'm excited to see what that is to come
well,
about with
listen,
that.
I'm wearing my pearls for Kamala, in case you don't see it, with my beautiful Prince Trilla merch, because that's how I roll, right? Representing Black Beauty right here. Look at this. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just saying.
Thank you.
Next, out comedian Rosie O'Donnell has reacted to the assassination attempt on Donald Trump in Pennsylvania, expressing deep disturbance. In her latest TikTok, she shared that she was on a plane to Seattle when she heard the horrible news. She said, quote, "I'm glad he survived." Urging for action, she said, quote, "I'm glad he survived. We have to stop this crazy insanity with the guns. We are the only country in the free world that does this. Enough is enough," end quote. She emphasized the urgent need to end the availability of weapons of war in America. Watch this.
Right, everybody, it's Sunday and I'm in Seattle, Washington, and I was on a plane when I heard the news of the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, which was horrible, and I'm glad that he survived and that so few people were killed, but too many, a fireman and other people are injured, and we have to stop this crazy insanity with the guns. We're the only country in the free world that does this insanity. We have to come together and say enough, you know? These weapons of war, anyone can buy them and then walk into a rally or a movie theater or a school or a mall.
Rosie's reaction to assassination attempt. What are we all talking about? Yeah. You know, I love me some Rosie, and Rosie doesn't keep her mouth shut when it comes to Trump. She, you know, I love that she wears her thoughts on her sleeve, and, you know, and she'll take it to social media and be like, this is how I feel,
which, I mean, kudos for her. Definitely always be open and always state your opinion and not be so closed and stuff like that. So that's interesting to always see. And but you know, she's right about the gun violence.
Yes, she is.
She's very right about the gun violence.
I mean, like she said, we're the only country that goes through this. You know, people say, "Oh, I need automatic weapons to hunt." That's so untrue.
That's so untrue.
I know hunters. You know, I have friends of friends that are hunters up north in Pennsylvania, and they would never mess up an animal that way. Like, they wanted the least pellets, the least bullets in an animal. That's what they want. They want a clean kill, so they're able to stuff it and put it on their freaking wall like crazy people. You know, there's no need for an AK-47. There just isn't. You know,
I wouldn't mind being a little bow and arrow fish, honey. Boy, come on, bring it back. Isn't that how they catch them, bow and
No, yeah, but even just a fight, like people don't fight anymore. People just like, I'm gonna go get my gun. That is how
that
people.
Is so true.
Listen, I'm from Jersey, where it was like, you have beef, I have beef. Okay, we're gonna meet here at 2 p.m. We're gonna fight it out, and we both get to walk home after. One more beat up than the other, but. Nobody died.
Nobody died. No one died. And that is the thing of how crazy social media is playing a huge part on that.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
It's sad to see, but put the guns down if you are watching, and if you can help to do that as well. Encourage someone to, put it down and not have to, do with the violence, and especially with the... Oh my God, people in traffic and people, the road rage, they're also using weapons on each other as well. Yes. Instead of just having a F you, screw you, blah, blah, and move on about your life. Yep. They want to harm. That's how angry they are over traffic. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, back in my crazy days, I used to keep pennies in my middle console. So if somebody cut me off, I'd throw pennies at their car. Not anymore, and I'm not giving you any ideas, okay? I am reformed. I'm a reformed lesbian wearing pearls, okay? I'm not that person anymore, you know what I mean? But we in Miami, we're in South Florida, and people cray-cray, And so I might throw some pennies, and they might throw a gun. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not going to win that.
What was that?
I'm not going to win that battle. So, I mean, like Prince said, and if you are, there are gun owners that are very protective and are very fair and understand the rules and understand that they should have their guns locked up and away from people that might want to use it to do harm. So I'm not talking to you folks. You folks, you keep on being responsible gun owners, and please make sure that you spread that knowledge for other people, because people be stupid.
People be, and so easy to trigger happy, man. It's
and just like, I'm mad, I'm over the gun.
I'm mad, I'm over this, let me...
Like, that's just, it shouldn't be like that. Like Rosie said, we're the only country. I mean, I've been able to travel to a lot of other countries, and like a lot of countries aren't, they don't have money. They're third world countries. There's things going on, but they don't have AK-47s everywhere.
Exactly.
So and they're happier than us. I'll tell you that. All right.
Okay.
Shoo. Next, the Paris Olympics kicked off, and the opening ceremony was on July 26th, and it was followed by intense sporting action. And meanwhile, French divers Alexis Gedard, 27, and Jules Boyer, 21, went viral with a poolside shower photo on social media. Caption, quote, "Welcome to Paris 24. The snap racked up to 90,000 likes and hundreds of comments in under 24 hours. Needless to say, the picture left the queer community thirsting for some Olympian action. Look, you're gonna put athletes in very little clothing. Of course, that's gonna go viral.
Of course,
of course. Their swimming trunks are like this small.
What do they expect?
I mean, come on.
I mean, diving is my favorite.
Is it?
Oh my God, I love it. I love it, honey. And then at Gym Bar, I kind of recently saw this Turkish oil wrestling. They should add that into the Olympics too.
Turkish oil
wrestling, YouTube.
Where?
At Gym Bar, they play
Gym Bar be doing some stuff sometimes. Gym Bar be getting creative and shit.
Okay,
I thought it was big stuff when the Well was doing the midget wrestling. Remember that? I was like, damn, we're really getting ahead in our community.
I mean, I be thirst trapping, honey. Well, I be watching a thirst trap.
You get caught in that.
I get caught into that, and I mean, if that's what they're doing to get the likes that they definitely got me.
They got it.
They got me.
Look, I'm not really, I know that you have been an athlete most of your life, cheering and stuff like that, I haven't. Just because I'm a lesbian, I can't throw a softball. I don't like sports. I don't like shit, right? If you tell me to like this team, I'll like them if the outfit is the right color. I'm just not into sports like that, But then the Olympics came around, and we started doing stories about it on Queer News Tonight, and we were talking about gay swimmers and out swimmers and out athletes and people that weren't able to be out in their countries, but they were going to the Olympics to represent, right? And all of a sudden I was like, wake up. Let's give some support to these incredible out athletes, because it can't be easy. First, you got to the Olympics, but there's a lot of shit that probably comes with it that we don't know about.
Have you seen the article about how they banned Grindr?
Yes,
At the
I saw
Olympics.
something. Yeah, that you can't do like a search for or something like that. And that they say is to protect some of the
Protect
athletes.
the athletes, because some of these people on these grinders, they're taking their photos and taking the information and they're leaking what athlete they've been with and who, and that can mess up them in their country going back home
Completely.
for, you know, so
Completely.
I mean, I'm here for it.
Completely. I'm not one to out anybody. I don't
Yes.
think that you should out people unless they're Republican and they're in the Republican National Convention and they're using fucking Grindr and they're trying to stop my rights. Then I say, put all those
Put 'em all
names out there.
Put
I
them
don't
out.
care.
Call me so I can help you.
I know that's bad. I know that's bad to say, and I know it's
Yeah.
wrong to say. But these people want us to stop breathing, so I'm kind of a little mad about it. It is what it is, right? I can be mad.
You can be mad.
Okay, thank you.
can
See,
be
Prince
mad.
Trilla said I could be mad. That's all that matters. The FayWhat show is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America. Hotspots magazine has been documenting the LGBTQ plus experience for 40 years, and Happening Out Television Network has been bringing you daily LGBTQ plus news, talk shows, and more for 4 years. In the same model of PBS and NPR, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. Next, at the FayWhat show, we need to help my gay boys. And in our segment, Dear FayWhat, I provide my expert lesbian knowledge and my vast experience as a living, breathing gay boy in a lesbian body to help my fellow gay boys. And this week, I have Prince Trilla that's going to help me with this Dear FayWhat. All right? You ready?
Yes.
All right. This week's email is from What's Wrong With Me from Miami. Sent an email. Okay. Dear FayWhat, I just started dating a new guy and apparently he has a reputation. It turns out that about 4 of my friends have slept with him over the years. And one even said he's known around town as the bottom we've all talked about. It doesn't bother me that much that he's been with a lot of guys. I mean, I have too. What bothers me is that he hasn't wanted to bottom for me, not even once, since we started dating. And I find that very strange considering what I know about him, that he's bottomed for everybody else. I've made quite a few innuendos and suggestions about it, but he seems to ignore or dismiss me. Should I be offended that he bottoms for others but won't share that side of himself with me? It makes me wonder if there's something wrong with me that he doesn't have an interest in that. What's wrong with me in Midtown Miami? What do you think about that, Prince?
Well, first, nothing is wrong with you at all. Nothing is wrong with you at all. And it's so crazy because being in a relationship, the sexual activity or the sexual, whatever you used to be into, sometimes goes away. And even with myself, like, I was bottom down and then now I'm just top, you know?
Okay.
And it's just like, I'm comfortable with it. My partner is comfortable with it as well. But I would say don't use his past against him. That's one thing, you know, because it could be different. Maybe he does sees that he wants to be this big top with you.
Yeah.
And sometimes that is very intriguing. I love being the big top sometimes. I love it. It's and you know, but also if you are communicating this with him, then something might be, the communication might be off.
Yeah. But it's all about the communication.
All
That's
about
what
the
you're
communication.
saying.
That is the key. That is definitely the key. Communicate. Always communicate your feelings. Always make sure that you're showing some type of, you know, you're concerned, but you are working.
Yeah.
You're working it out and you want to work it out with your partner.
Yeah, like just because maybe, you know, he was a bottom with other people and he doesn't want to bottom with you doesn't mean anything that there's wrong and that there's anything wrong with you. Okay? Like Prince said, there's nothing wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you at all. Okay. I can understand having some feelings about the fact that the bottom feels more like, you know, the bottom you can't have. Yeah. But if you happen to know your man has shared himself in certain ways with others, but isn't doing that with you, it can feel like he's withholding a part of him, right? From you. When there's a feeling of denying or holding back in a relationship, it can feel hurtful because you might assume your partner is choosing to close off a part of himself from you, maybe, you know, but maybe he's choosing something different with you, his new boyfriend, as compared to random hookups in the past, like Prince said. It might actually be a compliment and you're not looking at it this way. All right. So I hope that me and Prince helped you out. thank you for your email.
Thank
All
you.
right. So, Prince, thank you for being on my show today. What do you have this week? You have karaoke in West Palm Beach at Lucky's.
Yes.
Right?
Each and every
that's
Thursday.
Thursday night. What time?
From 9 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Okay. And what else can we have in your future? Are you going for another crown? Is there another event that you have on the horizon?
So, right now, I would say I'm not going for any crowns.
Okay. It's a lot of work, man.
It's a lot of work
Holy
and a
crap.
lot of
And
money.
a lot of cheddar,
And
too.
a lot of cheddar. Right now, I think where I'm focused at is trying to rebuild a new brand of me. So with the
What do you mean new
music,
brand?
As far as, I'm always looking for what can I do to stay relevant?
Okay.
To stay up with what's going on, because social media is always moving. Trends are always moving.
Completely.
And I don't want to be stuck as, the regular drag queen that's always, she's going to be at a show. I want to be the entrepreneur, the mogul drag queen that is making a difference in the world.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. And I definitely want to start by, we're working with Liam, my partner, and, with his trans journey and being trans man. And now we're throwing a benefit for him September the 7th at Lucky's Gay Bar on Clematis for his first benefit show for his gender reconforming surgery.
Oh my God, Liam, congratulations, dude. That's huge.
Yes, so I'm so
that's
excited on that.
amazing.
And we're really focused for the next month and working on him with his life.
Well, he always supports you with
He
your
always- with
shows, with
everything
your
I do.
events, with your
Yes,
singing,
yes.
Make sure that you go on Spotify and look up Prince Trilla also. Her music is on there and it's incredible as well. And, if you follow her on social media, she's everywhere, always doing something. Just because she lives in Miami, that bitch will be in West Palm, that bitch will be in Key West. You never know when the hell you're going to find her. If Tri-Rail goes there, Prince Trilla's there. No, but I love you, baby. I love you. And thank you so much for your spirit and your energy. You're always so appreciative of everything. You're always appreciative of the venue that gives you the job, of where you found your clothes, of who helped you with this. You're always so appreciative of it. And that's why it comes back to you 10 times fold because of that. Because you're sending that into the universe. Buy her merch too. Look how cool.
Yes, buy my merch.
Cool. She's got such cool stuff. I'll wear her hat next time and you'll see it also. But go follow her on social media and then get your own merch. This is mine, bitch. All right. Thank you, Prince Trilla, for joining me in bed. I love you. Give me a
I
kiss.
love you.
Mwah.
I think you've been trillered. Every time I kiss someone and I leave lipstick on them at a show, I'm like, you've been trillered.
I've been trillered. I've been trillered.
Has been trillered.
I've been trillered. Folks, did you know that the Happening Out Television Network studios are located at Sunshine Cathedral Square, which also houses Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church located in Fort Lauderdale? We broadcast our Sunday service every week at 10:30 a.m. Say goodbye, let me remind you that Hotspot's Happening Out is celebrating their 40th anniversary later this year. And to celebrate, we are cruising, baby. No, really. I mean, a cruise. Watch this. The Margaritaville at Sea Hotspot's Happening Out 40th Anniversary Weekend Cruise is December 6th through the 9th, 2024. Join me as your personal host on the 4-day weekend cruise from just $189. Free transfers, free upgrade from inside to ocean view cabins, Special parties, dining, and events for this cruise to the Bahamas are all included. I invite you to join me for the South Florida Party Cruise of the Year. Get more information by going to happeningout.travel/FayWhat. And join me today on the 40th anniversary weekend cruise with just $49 deposit. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, baby, and we are going to put our toes in the sand. Bon voyage! Welcome to the FayWhat Show. Today, I am joined by my good friend, Michael Goodman. Oh my God, I am so excited to be talking to Michael today. I've been wanting to get him in bed for a while, right? So let me catch you up to speed about Michael, right? Michael Goodman is like a renowned public relations leader. He is like iconic in that world. He's a philanthropist and community advocate who has made a significant impact in South Florida and in my own life. And he is the best shirt impersonator in life. Okay? I can say that. I'm beyond happy to have this gentleman in my bed and on my show. Welcome to the FayWhat Show. Michael.
Hey, Faye.
How are you, honey?
I'm so glad to be here.
I am so happy to have you here. Like, you have no idea. Like, you're an inspiration, you know? I mean, you do so much for our community inside and outside, behind the scenes, in front of the camera. Like, you do it all, you know? You're a PR maven in my book, and you have such diverse and incredible clients.
Yeah, I'm very lucky.
You are very lucky. How many years have you been in PR?
Oh my God, I'm going to age myself so much, but over 30 years. So my company just turned 10 years old. I started making $5 an hour while I was going to college.
Wow.
And it keeps going on.
And it keeps, right? And it keeps growing and it keeps growing. Do you remember who your first client was?
I don't remember the first client, but I remember projects. It was all real estate based back in the day, in the 80s. One of them was Williams Island, and it was a big AIDS benefit with Sophia Loren.
Ooh.
And that really sparked me to do even more.
Yeah.
It was like a big deal, and it was Donna Summer and 50 celebrities, and it's like, this is what I want to do. But I literally was working 3 jobs and putting myself through school, and now I own the company.
And now you own the company. Now, so not that first event, but that event that you're talking about, right? Yeah. You're talking about Donna Summer, you're talking about Sophia Loren. These are icons in LGBTQ, right? Yeah. But they're also icons in the straight world, you know? And this was a straight event that you were helping put together. Like, how does that wash over you, being a young queer man, right? Yeah. And saying like, okay, I'm producing this event with Donna Summer and I want to, like, you know, gay boy out, but
well, what I realized is I can make a difference. I could work in both worlds, merge them together, and be myself, and, you know, it's a blessing.
Okay.
A blessing.
But you say it very calmly, like, oh, I just merged the worlds together and then I just do what I do and that's that, you know? Yeah. Most people break their backs trying to merge those
lucky.
two.
Yeah, I was lucky.
You are lucky because you're still doing that.
I'm still doing it. Yeah, I'm very, very fortunate. It just worked out that way. Just, you know, I'm able to connect in both worlds. I get both worlds. And many times when my career was really taking off, I was on all these boards. I would verbally say at meetings, well, since I'm the token homosexual.
Because you were out in all these boards.
I was out, and there was no leadership in the gay community back in the day. Everything was focused on HIV/AIDS, but in other charities and other ventures, it didn't exist. In actuality, there was a magazine called David Magazine, and I wrote a column. back in the day, and it was about events that were out of the LGBT community. It was like at a museum or other charitable things, because we were welcome. We should be engaged.
Yeah.
And I did that a long time ago. So I realized that there was a gap to bridge, and I took advantage of it.
Yeah, and you've bridged it. It's so like, and I don't want to say effortless, because it takes effort.
It was work, and I had to deal with my own demons and fears and anxiety, because when I first started, I remember I got an earring, and my boss went ballistic and wanted me to cover it, and what are people going to think? And I thought, it's really kind of sad. Like people are concerned about an earring.
Yeah.
I could do the best work possible. What you're worried about?
But you're worried about an earring.
And so, I just took that to another level, and I made people comfortable with me as me. And the gay part was still primary, but I was basically just doing good work.
Yeah.
And that's what shined through and made my life better.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a decision.
I just feel that sometimes, our community has to work harder, especially when we are trying to deal with, and I hate to say straight community because the world is straight, right? Our community, our gay community is this small, and most of us have to be careful in our workplace as to like how much information to give, right? We don't know who our coworker, maybe our coworker is a Republican, maybe our coworker is far right. We don't know, you know what I mean? So you always have to give just enough amount of information, but maybe not too much, all depending on...
Interesting enough, back when I first started, I would be in meetings with some high, powerful, mostly men, who would say very off-color things. And I really, in some cases, I wasn't really out, and I would really take it to heart after, feeling guilty that I didn't speak up.
Wow.
But it wasn't the place or the time.
Yeah.
But what I chose to do was be successful and put it in their face.
Yeah.
So even with Cher, I kept it a secret for a long time.
Really?
Totally. People didn't know. There was one time where Winterfest, I got booked to do a Winterfest event.
Winterfest is awesome.
And I made a decision to, have it more open, but I did it quietly because who would know? It was me.
Yeah. Yeah. So you kind of had to like infiltrate the straight world and then be like, ha ha ha, I'm gay. I'm here. And I do this great work. You're not going to hold something like that against me because now the work is shining.
It's a balancing act.
It's a balancing act.
And people have biases, and I mean, I have to respect them. Like I want them to respect me, but I try to just be a good role model as a person. And then when they find out, oh, he's gay, which to me is not hard to find out. But you know what I mean? It's a balance, and I made a decision to work that way. I could have definitely gone a different direction because my career took off when I was at Broward House. So back in the day, I was working heavily in HIV/AIDS, and
the Broward House is amazing.
Yes. So it's just I got lucky.
I don't think you got lucky, but you're very cute to say that. You've produced many, 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 many events. I'm thinking Diversity Honors, some of my favorites. I go to many events, but Diversity Honors is definitely one of my faves that I've gone the last couple of years. I mean, the people that you have put on that stage are mind-blowing, Latrice, Chevron Jones, Belinda Carlisle,
That's the Harvey Milk Foundation and the Pride Center, and I donate my time to support that event since it started, and events like that are very important for our community.
They are. We
have to let people shine and acknowledge their achievements within our community and allies.
And that's what, and you do that so effortlessly, so Diversity Honors, yes, one, History Fort Lauderdale, when take pride, and also the women trailblazers, and also you put these incredible events together to spotlight other people doing fantastic things.
Yeah.
It is fun.
Fun for me. I mean, I love it. I love people getting that due. And you're the best host, by the way. And Men of Style is a good example. So we just announced Men of Style is coming back to the Galleria, and the Pride Center and South Florida Symphony are kind of our LGBT-oriented or managed groups that will be part of that again. So, merging the communities together.
Yeah, you do that so great. You are also a part of world famous Lips. How long have you been over there?
So my share started there, and I've been an investor for a number of years. And it's a good time. Mm-hmm. Great cast of girls. Good time.
Who's your favorite drag queen?
Oh God! Don't put me in that position. Don't put me in that position. Here's the deal. Like I respect the girls immensely. All the drag performers. I do it not full time, and I know what the work they put into it. I know the commitment it is.
Yep.
And people underestimate, but thank God for RuPaul to have brought Drag Race to the mainstream world.
Yeah.
And I think now people have a better appreciation for the craft. It is a craft.
It is a craft.
People like TP and Erica Norell and Velvet Lenore, they clearly have, spent a lot of time and effort to create an identity that's their own. And that's a lot of work and time.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of investment. It's a lot of personalities. It's a lot of, we're a marginalized community, right? So we're constantly not feeling enough, right? Not feeling seen. And then you put a bunch of queens together and you've got to lead the charge and get them all on stage, and get them to do what they do. I think because of your shared background and because you're so incredible at what you do, I think it's because of that they allow you. And I don't use allow the right way, but they allow you to guide them. It's like, oh, Michael said that. That's true.
I had to earn that.
For sure.
Because when I first started doing share, I was stepping on people's turf, and now I have earned their respect, which was very important to me over anything because I so much respect what they do. And they're amazing. We have very good talent here, and the folks that I work with in Palm Springs, it's, and then on the national scene, I can't do what some of these girls do. They're fantastic. They can sew. They can
dance. They can, everything's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry, that was a little alarm thing that just rang off. And Michael's like, wait, are you trying to kill me? Is my time up?
But I think the respect, they should have been giving that respect years before.
For sure.
It took RuPaul to create a knockout show that shows the inner workings of the drag world.
Yeah.
And all the work that it takes. But some of those people do their own makeup. I mean, they do everything.
Yeah.
And I don't do that.
Yeah.
My craft is all on stage, but to be honest, all the other stuff, I have help. So I give them utmost respect from me.
Yeah, and we give the utmost respect also to RuPaul's Drag Race because, in our lifetime, we were able to see drag evolve to where it is now.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
And I mean, it's such a blessing. And like I said, you're the most incredible share that there is. And once I saw you do share, it ruined me for anybody else doing share. No, and I'm not even kidding. And I know who you are, my gay boys that go with me to when you perform, and they're like, yeah. He's the best share. There's so when somebody else comes out and tries to do you believe? And we're like, nah, we can't. I know drag queens that have stopped doing share because of you doing share. Do you understand?
It changed my life. It's an honor, and like I do in my other world, I like to do everything the best I possibly can. And so when I started doing share, I made sure that every piece of it, the costumes, the wigs, the makeup, the nails, the jewelry, and lip syncing and the moves. And interestingly, to that story, I got a job in Palm Springs for a couple of years doing share with some high-end, performers. That was really an honor. But one night I thought I was getting fired, and the producer, who helped me immensely, he brought me out on stage. Everyone was in the dressing room. He said, I want to talk to you. And I said, oh my God, I'm getting fired tonight. Because I knew when I didn't hit the mark, and he would choreograph my numbers. And he said to me, you're not getting it. And I said, I don't know what you want me to do. And he said, you don't have to do anything. And I said, but that doesn't make sense. He says, Michael, when the curtain opens, you look like her. You have a body. You don't have to do anything. You're doing too much.
You're doing too much.
And it totally transformed my show.
Wow.
Because I didn't get it. And I was too animated. I was moving too much.
Yeah.
Share doesn't do that.
Yeah.
It's all the attitude and what the fashion speak and stuff, and a little bit of motion here and there. I mean, there's movement, but
not a lot. But you're right. So you had to kind of tone your share down to be such an elevated share. Isn't that crazy?
And wear better shoes.
and wear better shoes. So, you know, if you've seen Cher perform, if you haven't seen Michael do Cher, you must go look up a YouTube video, go look on my social media. It's an event, right? It's an event, right? There's a headdress, there's makeup, there's accessories, there's, you know, you are like a walking painting of Cher, you know? How much does something like that cost?
Oh my God, a lot. I pay a lot of money for all that stuff. But, you know, it's worth it because to do Cher truly, I mean, that's what
You're gonna
she's
do it right.
iconic for.
Yeah.
Even the lining of the clothes is to a T what she does with the purple or the pink or, I have...
Mackie, baby, just a Mackie.
Yes. And something might be coming up with Mackie and me soon.
Ooh.
But yeah, you know, I don't feel good on stage unless everything is right.
Unless it's perfect.
And I've worked with some really good people backstage that make me help to do that. And when I come out on stage, I'm not me.
No.
I'm
No.
totally her, and I don't. Everything goes away. My whole life. And all I think about is like her videos, and I'm actually in motion, just following steps.
And you're in persona, you're in the role,
I can't
right?
explain it.
Well, no, it makes sense because I've gone to you after you've performed, and I've gone to go give you a big hug, and you're still like this, right? You're still, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, it's Cher. That's what it is. You're still in character. You're just like that.
And I mean, honestly, like when right before I go on stage and I look in the mirror, I say, "Oh my God, that's me."
And you're still surprised at that?
I'm still surprised.
God, that's amazing.
I'm still surprised.
How do you prepare for something like this? Okay, I have a little insight on how you prepare. I know your ass don't eat for like 2 weeks before you get into that outfit. Because I'll be like, what did you have for breakfast today? Nothing, right? Like, I can't eat, but I'm not doing this. I ate this, I'm doing that. Like, you're very strict in your regimen before you are about to take the stage as this icon.
Totally.
You take that shit seriously.
I do. It's from picking the right music, and I always do different mixes, and it's from going to get my nails done before the show, and learning the words and watching the weight.
Watching the weight.
Because, you know, again, going back to that producer in California, his name is Dan Gore, he was like, you know, even your body weight and your arm, everything is perfect. Like, because sometimes
the arms will give it away or something. Yes,
you could be too masculine for characters. It's really crucial to be, you know, as much as possible. So I'm very cautious about it. And people think I'm crazy, but I don't feel right going on stage unless I'm at a certain body weight and I don't have anything that doesn't look like Cher.
Yeah. Did you always love Cher? Did you love Cher growing up? Okay.
That's what's so weird in it. And all my life, since I was a young age, I met her twice. And at 50 years old, it's when it started. I through somebody at Lips who was a drag queen that now is in Palm Springs named Diva. You know, I kind of had to go to a party. And I went to the party and everyone said, "Oh my God, you look like her." And that's what happened. And then I went to a Cher concert as Cher. And then it went crazy. And this guy in Palm Springs saw my pictures. And he said, "I can really make you better. If you want to be better,
I can help you.
Come." And he asked me 2 times and I ignored him. And the third time I said yes. We spent one night, hours, like changing wigs and changing makeup. And the next morning he called me and he said, "You're not going to believe this, but somebody is sick. I need you on the show tonight." I said, "But I don't have my costume. I don't have anything." He said, "I'm going to take care of everything. I need you on stage."
Holy shit.
That's how it started. I had performed a little bit here and there, but now I was forced to be with people from Vegas and other people. And
one day to another.
My first shows were really, you know, shaky knees. But then I got in my groove. And then, you know, after the time where he told me to tone it down, I can't wait to get out sometimes. It's like, you know, it's when I get the audience interaction, when the curtain opens or I come out
and you hear that,
I get off on that, you know, and then I'm like, I'm really helping people escape for a little bit. It's kind of cool.
You do. You really do have them escape, and everybody's singing along with you and just having a great time.
Cher's easy. I mean, she's easy because most people like her and the music is memorable.
Have you done anybody else?
No, the only other person that I have wanted to do, and I haven't, is Amy Winehouse.
Okay, I can see that though.
Yeah.
I can see you do that.
Yeah, I think it would be fun.
I love that.
But I chose to just stick with Cher.
Stick
And that's
with
why
her.
the name is Michael Dean as Cher.
Yeah.
And I don't do it all the time, and I'm picky and choosy about that because my PR world comes first.
Yes, of course. Of course.
But, you know, again, the girls locally, there's many girls in town that I watch and I continue to watch and I learn from. Even beyond Cher, there are certain entertainers in town that they have a way to connect with audiences, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I always watch them. Even the ones that are up and coming, I watch.
Yeah.
Because everyone brings something new to the table.
We've got such good drag
Oh,
here, though,
amazing.
Michael. Like, we really do. It's not just because we live here and not because of what Michael does at Lips. And, you know, it's really, you go somewhere else and then you know the caliber of queens that we have here, you know?
Totally.
RuPaul's Drag Race overlooked us for years and years and years. And now, the last couple of years, we're coming for you.
Well, it started with the first one was Rebecca Glasscock, who worked at Lips and was on the show. Mm-hmm. But I'll give you a good example of how it translates into my other world. So I produce for the Galleria, the Men of Style event, which is going in its 18th year. But last year, I had TP open, and I called TP and I said, look, open. So here is a predominantly heterosexual event, 1,000 people, and TP opened.
Wow.
I had to do this just like Fire from Pink, and when I can intertwine the groups. But it actually started in the 90s when I worked at Broad House. I created an event called Nothing Sacred, and the opening parts of each night had drag in them. And this was in the 90s, and that's how Kitty Meow and I became friends.
Oh, my
because
God.
Kitty donated time to be on the runway. One year, I had a whole wedding party as the opening with a gospel choir and a bride and groom with a whole drag queen procession.
Wow.
And so I created these theatrical events and would kind of infuse drag a little bit. So back in the 90s, and that was considered kind of,
Risque,
yes.
but you were doing it.
I was doing it.
What did you think about the opening ceremony for the Olympics?
From what I saw, spectacular. I'm a big Gaga fan and I'm a big Celine Dion fan because they're just multi-talented. You know, again, I thought about the production people behind the scenes because I know how much work
That probably took. Oh my
that
God.
took
Yeah.
and the investment to make that happen. But, you know, it's a global event. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish I was Gaga.
God. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Are you excited about Cher's new book?
Yes.
Memoir Part 1.
Yes.
I already
think
pre-ordered
it's gonna
mine.
be juicy.
Yeah.
Gonna
Yeah.
be juicy. It's funny, when I met Cher, the first time I ever met Cher was in LA in the 90s in my hotel room. And I opened the door and she said, "Hi, it's just me." And I had a friend that was working for Fox National News and they were doing an interview on Cher. And she called me and she said, "I know you're a big fan. I need a production assistant. Do you want to fly to LA?" And I told my employer,
Bye.
and
I'm sick.
I opened the door and it was Cher.
Oh my God.
Cher was with her publicist, who was Madonna's publicist, Liz Rosenberg. And I opened the door and I had to mic Cher and got to talk with her.
Oh, you touched her?
2
Which
weeks-
hand?
2 weeks later, I touched her everywhere. Two weeks later, she sent me a note and a CD and a book signed. And then about 6 years ago, I went to a party in Miami and I took out a magazine cover that I was on as Cher in Palm Springs. And she said, "That's not you." She said, "We could be brother and sister. We kind of look alike." And she said, "Well, do they love you?" And I said, "No, they love you."
They love you.
And there's a picture of her and I together with a big smile. Because she said that's a good answer.
Oh, that.
So she was, you know, I took it as a compliment that she didn't believe that was me. It was kind of cool. And I was with my little face doctor who, you know, Cher gets a little work done here and there.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
And he said, "No, that's him," you know? So, you know, going back to where we started, I don't know what life holds for me in terms of how long I'm going to live or any of those kind of things. And I think about that a lot. But I'm so grateful that I get to have a successful PR company and that I get to be an investor in Lips and I get to be Cher.
Yeah.
I mean,
You have such an awesome life and you get to intertwine it all, and everybody in all those worlds love each other and work together because you made that happen, you know? No, it's the truth.
there's
Look,
good people in town that, you know, they get it. There's good people in town that get it. And they understand the dichotomy of, you know, how this all works together.
yeah.
Listen, even you have been now hosting some of my events.
I have.
And you've been exposed to different groups.
And I wanted to touch on that because, I wanted to say thank you for allowing me to do that. I, for the most part, host LGBTQ plus events, for the most part, right? And then starting last year, Michael invited me to start hosting some stuff for Visit, for History Fort Lauderdale. And I'm getting chills. Every single event, I've met such incredible heterosexual people. Incredible people that are doing stuff, that have done things, that are leaving legacies, that are inspiring, that love us, that are allies, that, don't care if we're gay, and at each of these events, I go in, everybody's all suited and booted, and I'm like, oh shit, they're going to find me out. They're going to find me out. They're going to know I'm a big queer. They're going to throw me right out of here. And everybody's been so welcoming. It has not been the first topic of conversation that I'm there. We're there to acknowledge and celebrate the people who you're spotlighting. And it falls to the wayside, everything else.
But some of that is our own insecurity and issues.
Yes.
Because I never introduced you as Faye the lesbian. It's Faye, the special guest host. And the same with me. Like, I have gotten people to, great PR person or, friend of the community. The gay part it's who we are, but it's not part of the equation because you don't say, oh, meet straight Melissa. You don't do that. It's not normal. But we have a different perception of that because we're living it.
Yes.
And listen, prejudice and bias and racism exists, and it's never going to go away. And people have their own stuff they have to deal with.
Yeah.
And what we can do is, and what you did too, is you show up and you do what you do well, and people see through past that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And that is what I hope that I've been able to do over the years on all the boards I've served on, where I was the token to kind of give people, well, he's not a hairdresser. Because, you know what I mean? Because
that's the
unfortunately, the stereotype is.
Yeah.
And then when I did the drag queen stuff, one night I was performing somewhere, and Mayor Trentalis was walking out, and I was half makeup and half not because I'd finished. And he said, do you realize how far we've come? Because I just came as a gay mayor. You just came as a corporate PR guy. And you just performed in drag. He said, we've gone a long way. And so there's a long way to go, of course, because politics at the current time show us that. Mm-hmm. If I can, pass away and just a little bit of acknowledgement that I helped that for the community, I feel like that's good for me.
No, and it's great for us, and it's your lasting, it's your legacy, it's what you're leaving. Also,
I hope so.
It really is,
So.
And also you're very transparent when it comes to feelings, mental health, right? No, because in our community there's such a stigma, right? I'm sorry, I have felt I'm not enough since I could remember my first feelings, and you work towards that. But here I am, and I'm still not over that, right? And I'm not the only one.
It never leaves you. It's like an eating disorder or an addiction. Those things never leave you. And I will tell you, I think everyone should be Cher because it totally changes. It changed my career life professionally because I always felt less to go on stage, give an award, give a speech. And I was very comfortable always behind the scenes only. But when I started doing Cher, now it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm Cher, bitch.
I'm Cher, bitch. That's it.
And it really helped me. And I think some of the performers that I know too, they're different people. Their persona is different than off stage. So, I'm still trying to learn and still trying to balance. And I'm going to be 61 in October, and I feel like I still got more to learn. And I don't want to use the Cher song, but it's somehow what I'm looking for. I still feel like that.
Okay.
And I always thought I would be okay with where I'm at, since it's not never enough. Like, I feel like I haven't done enough yet.
Well, you've done a lot. I'll tell you that, okay? But that's okay to be at a certain age and still want to evolve and still want to learn. There's many people that just hit a certain age. I'm done learning. I hear people that are like, You keep on adding letters to the LGBTQ plus. I don't want to learn anymore. We're just all gay. You know,
Right.
we've got to see people. We've got to make sure that people feel included. And if that means getting out of our comfort zone and maybe learning something new, we have to. You know?
Yeah, I'm open to it. I'm open.
You
to it.
are, completely.
Even like, there's a couple of girls when I get off stage will say, "Oh, next time," and I like that. Like, I mean, and
Somebody tells you next time do this? Wow, that's some balls. I can't imagine anybody telling you that.
But sometimes I have to explain why I did it the way I did it.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I think about it and say, oh yeah, why not? Like, I'm not immune to learning.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone can perfect what they do.
And you're a perfectionist already.
I am. I've spent many a nights crying after a Cher show. Yeah, because something didn't go right. But less now than I used to. But yeah, it's
He cries less now, Cher, just to let you know. So we're gonna finish today's interview with our game. It's called Say What with FayWhat. Okay?
Sure, let's do it.
And so basically I'm gonna throw two things out at you and you're gonna answer one real quick.
Oh, okay.
All right? So like if I say black or white.
White.
Okay, like that. Okay? All right, you ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Okay. Say what with FayWhat. Here we go. The View or Rachel Maddow?
The View.
Okay, that's easier, right? Okay. Abbott Elementary or Love is Blind?
I don't know what either of those are.
Pick one.
Love is Blind.
Okay. Pasta or rice? Like if you eat a
Pasta,
carb.
Italiano, pasta.
Amanda Austin or Velva Lenore?
Oh, now you're gonna cause trouble. Now you're gonna cause trouble. Oh, I'm not going there.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Okay. Spider or snake?
Oh, spider.
Sicilian pizza or regular slice?
Sicilian.
Okay. Big Brother or baking a cake?
Baking a cake.
Okay. Toilet paper end over or toilet paper end under?
Oh, jeez. I just bought this new contraption without having to do the little spring thing. Under.
Okay. Under, really? Okay. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Of course. Okay. Well, what is your perfect breakfast?
Well, when I'm on share mode, it's nothing.
The smell of an egg white.
Diuretics.
That's it. On ice. With a tequila shot.
But in general, my favorite thing of all is very dark chocolate milk and waffles or eggs and corned beef hash and eggs.
Okay, not when he's doing share.
No.
Okay, that doesn't, Sunsets or sunrises?
Sunsets.
Christmas or Halloween?
Oh, Christmas.
Barbara Streisand or Liza Minnelli?
Barbara Streisand.
Okay. Share in Moonstruck or share in Burlesque?
Moonstruck.
Okay. Okay. Call or text?
Text.
Vote in person or mail in ballot?
As long as anyone votes, I don't care what you do.
I don't care what you do.
I will say in person.
RuPaul's Drag Race or Project Runway?
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Easy. Okay. Sausage or bacon?
Bacon.
Okay. Instagram or Facebook?
I'm more Facebook.
A new phone or a new pair of shoes?
Oh my God, shoes.
Of course, right? Of course. That's what I would do. I would do shoes too. I don't want another phone. I mean, please, I can't even stand the phone that I have now. Madonna or Cyndi Lauper?
That's a toss-up because I met Cyndi Lauper and she's so nice and so talented. Well, because of the impact, Madonna.
Okay, yeah, Madonna. I would too. All right. Okay. An easy beauty tip that you would only tell people you love.
Can I have a minute to say?
Yes.
So people ask me all the time what I use. And I go in my cabinet and I actually pull stuff and I send them a picture. But it's simple. The number one go-to right now is Mario Badescu facial spray. I keep my face moist.
Even in this humidity, right? Yes.
I wash it, toner, spray, moisturize, spray, set it, and then during the day I spray. Because I think it protects from the environment and it goes with the.
Okay,
helps my skin.
So keep your skin hydrated, bitches.
Exactly.
All right, that came from Cher right there. All right, something that you can tell your younger Cher self.
You know, it's funny, there's a part where Cher was doing an interview and over one of the concerts actually, and she said, just do it. If I would have just thought about stuff, just do it. And if it doesn't matter in 5 years, then it doesn't matter now. And I think I wish, lighten up, breathe more, not take everything so seriously. And to think about that, like, it hurts in the moment, but is it really going to matter in 5 years?
I love that.
And,
so just do it.
I think we all get caught up in that. So that's my little Cher plug.
I love that. Michael Goodman, thank you so much for being on the FayWhat Show. Make sure that you follow Goodman PR and also follow Michael Dean as Cher as well on all social media outlets, and just follow him. His PR company is always doing something fun. He's always doing something fun. If he's not here, he's in Palm Springs spreading that Cher love everywhere like only you can. Thank you for being you. You know, like, I mean, I know it seems like a simple statement, but you're very forthcoming with your friendship, with your knowledge, with you know, and that means so much. And this community, I love this community, but so many of us are hurt that we're so afraid to share ourselves with each other sometimes. And I've seen you meet somebody for the first time and give them all of you right then and there. And more people need to do that. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you so much.
Michael Goodman, make sure you follow him, like I said, and we will be right back. So that's it. That's the FayWhat Show. I hope that you had fun. Thank you so much to Prince Trilla for joining me in bed. Oh my God, aren't they amazing? I love her, love her, love her. And of course, the incredible Michael Goodman, who was such an incredible interview. I love that man. Like, I loved how transparent he was, right? He just kind of like let us into his Cher world. I loved it. You know, I'm really passionate about trying to connect the L and the G in our LGBTQ plus community. Sometimes it's hard for us girls, but if we believe that we are one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our LGBT and Q+. We open every show with a nod to Mary Tyler Moore and That Girl's Marlo Thomas. This show is dedicated to a strong LGBTQ+ community. I just encourage you to be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and embrace our tremendous diversity. It really is what makes us so damn strong. Until then, make sure you follow me on all social media outlets, Facebook, IG, TikTok, YouTube, all of it. Follow FayWhat. And since you're always on the go, you can listen to the FayWhat Show wherever you listen to your podcasts. Just search the FayWhat Show. Until next Monday, world, at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand. I'm FayWhat, and I'm #thatgirl. I wish you a week full of sunshine and rainbows. Stay gay.
Rainbows, gay boys, #thatgirl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl, the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, #thatgirl. Pride-filled, T-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too? If you find the girls of love.
So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat Show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ plus media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the FayWhat Show. Get the week started with me.